Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So obviously there's been a lot of controversy about Arknights Endfield. And let me tell you, I feel like everybody's really blowing it out of proportion, especially content creators like Santotus, because he is centered around controversy and negativity to anything besides Wuthering Waves. That's kind of his whole shtick. That's why people watch him. You have a bunch of Wuthering Wave stands that think their game can do no evil. Well, in reality, every gacha game has their own bad practices. And a lot of people, what people think the bad practices are in Arknights Endfield, they're just not fully understanding the complete generosity of everything that's going on. So we're going to talk about the gacha system a little bit. We're going to, dive into it, really see how it is. I will admit at first it is a little convoluted and, because they have all these different levels of everything that they're looking at and all these different currencies, but it all ends up like being cohesive at the end once you get through the certain steps. So essentially, as a base, from what we see right now, they're going to have three character gacha banners. Now, depending on what week it is, yeah, they go a little fast. They're like 2 weeks, right? They go a little fast, and each different character is going to be the primary banner. But they make it really nice in the fact that if you lose on that character, you have a potential of getting one of the other banner characters. So if this is the first one on the banner, you have a potential of getting the later banner characters early if you lose the 50-50. Which, by the way, to guarantee a character on the 50-50, you only need 120 pulls, which is far less than most other gacha games like Wuthering Waves and Hoyoverse games. It's a lot more generous in that fact. And, how a lot of other games work is they have kind of, a yin and a yang. Like you want the first half, but the first half won't work good unless you have that second half to, kind of get it together, like peanut butter and jelly, things like that. You want two halves of the whole. Well, in this, you can accidentally get the first half on the 50-50 or get the second half on the 50-50, go all the way up to the guaranteed. And now you have both of them within a shorter time span and a lot less pools than you would on, the other games like Kuro or Hoyoverse games. Now, a lot of people are going to be upset because the pity doesn't carry over. Now, the pity can carry over. Okay, fine. You really just got to make sure that you plan your pulls out a little bit better than you would in other games. You could just throw 10 pull after 10 pull and just be done with it. Be the real gambling addict that you are. But this one, you got to think a little bit. You got to know what you want, know what you're pulling, plan it out. They'll give you 3 characters at a time. Are you okay with losing that 50-50? If not, what do the other characters do? Think about it. Use some brain cells, rub them together, really create a thought for once instead of just brain dead. I'm gonna hit the spin button. I hope I get the thing eventually. All right, quit being gambling addicts. Just think for a second. It's really not that hard. It still has a 50-50, but it has a lower guaranteed pity than all the other games. They're really trying to, cut down on the FOMO because they're combining all the characters together in basically one giant banner. That's what it is, essentially. People are upset because the 2 weeks, they make it think, oh, I got to do it now. Even if you want the first character on the banner, you can still get that first character on the third wave of the banner. It is just a giant banner and people are blowing it out of proportion. Like you won't be able to get that first character again. It's really not that big of a deal. If you really want to go super hard into it, just keep throwing pulls into the banner. And whenever you hit breakpoints, stop. because once you hit to 60 pulls, I believe it is, on one banner, they'll give you 10 more towards the other banner. So if you're trying to maybe hit that 50-50 or lose it and see if you can get another character, hit that 60, see what happens. You're not going to get a guaranteed on the next one, but you're at least going to get 10 pulls towards it. And that's not even counting for the weapon banner. It doesn't even take the normal currency because you earn it by every pull you make. And a lot of people are not even expressing the fact that the standard banner pulls also generate that weapon banner currency. So it's not just, oh, if I win the 50-50 early, then I'm screwed out of my weapon. No, you still get weapons from doing any kind of pull on the standard banner, any kind of pull on the limited banner. Now, you may not get the guaranteed limited weapon on every single character, but that's the same way on every game. It's just they're a little bit more lenient towards the system because you don't straight up have to spend money to get that. You just got to do pulls and get the free pulls and everything. And I believe it was somewhere that you're guaranteed at least 2 guaranteed 6-star characters, because the 6 stars in this game are the 5 stars in other games. It's really a lot more generous than what people are given credit for. Now, it may take a little bit of an adjustment time because it's not the same kind of formula that everybody else is doing, but I still think it's going to be a great formula. Now, if you don't like it because of the combat, if you don't like it because of the character designs or something like that, that's fine. That's your right to do it. But if you're trying to, lie on their name saying that the gacha system is bad, it's just not true. The gacha system is pretty good, and depending on how you leverage it, it can be immensely better than the other gacha systems in the game. Now, it's really not that big of a deal, but people lying on the name saying this, that, and the other, they really need to kind of get it together, get their facts straight, because they're essentially just, talking shit without knowing what is going on. Also, I believe there is a mechanic in the game where you can grind the arsenal tickets, which are the weapon banner tickets. You can do that weekly on its own without even pulling things, from what I understand of the game right now. So they're giving you extra avenues to do this, that, and the other to get things going. You're not only, barred into, I have to pull on limited banners, otherwise I don't get anything else I want. Well, first of all, for the whales, you can just buy the arsenal tickets. You can buy everything. I mean, that's just going to be a thing. People are upset because, well, the whales are going to get all these characters before all of us. Okay, fine. It's not really going to matter because you can also get those characters. You can get the third banner character on the first banner. Just because they do it more doesn't mean anything else. I mean, that's the same in every game. You're going to have people that whale out that are going to be the best of the best and the strongest. The only difference is they're going to have a character a couple weeks before you. It's not going to make that huge of a deal because it's all in the same rotation. And copies don't really matter all that much in this game anyway. So just that first copy and you're good to go. If you really want to, as long as you get those tickets going, you can try multiple times as well. So it's people just blowing things out of proportion, and they really need to kind of just get it together, get it straight, and understand the basics of the gacha system, because I believe once people understand it and they think for 2 seconds about it, they'll understand that this gacha system can be better and fundamentally is better than both Hoyo and Kuro games. Just give it a chance, play it for a little bit. If you hate it, you hate it, but quit talking shit on their name and just get over it. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Let me know if I'm right or wrong in the comments down below, and have a good one. Peace.